What's up everyone, it's me again, and today I have another video. This is regarding a recent modeling project, and I'm actually going to show you some of the processes. And this is also to document a couple things for the guy I'm doing this for. So first off, this is Feenix Feather. This is his YouTube account, and he does a series called FS911. And what that is a bunch of his friends get together on a farming simulator, and they have some fire engines that they made, that they imported. They did all sorts of stuff to them, and they put them into Farming Simulator, and they're doing it kind of like their own fire department. It's a really cool series. I recommend that you go check them out. It's really cool, and I just love seeing stuff like this. It's always neat to see people recreating these firefighter simulators, because there's not really anything out there. So it's definitely really cool to see these things. So, to start out, one of their guys, I think it was Merc or something, Feenix, if you're watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of their guys left them due to some things that went on in the farming simulator community, I guess, from my understanding. And I was watching that video and I was thinking to myself, well, this is a really cool series. I'm a modeler and I have plans on doing a fire truck at one point, and I said, why not do it now? So I contacted Feenix and I was like, hey, I'm a modeler. I have a current project that's on hold right now, doing some work on it. So would you be interested at all if I made a fire engine for you guys? Give you something new to work with. And he was like, heck yeah. So eventually I started working on an FDNY Seagrave pumper, so I'll be doing an FDNY one, and then I guess I'll be skinning one up for his fire department in Farming Simulator. So we'll see how all that goes. But for now, I'm working on the project, and this is just showing some of the progress and how I go about modeling this. So let's get started, I guess. So right now I'm working on the tires here, so we're gonna just try and get these all up and running here. So right now it's the bolts that we're doing here. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of talking in this video, so I apologize if it gets awkwardly silent. Modeling is just kind of a quiet thing for me. I do it. It's fun. And it's something I enjoy. It's a good way to, kind of pass the time a little bit, I guess. Um, we're gonna edit these pivots. So I'm just trying to get all these bolts lined up properly. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good right now. It's getting the job done. That's what we want. So now we're going to go into our wireframe and basically attach everything together. And we're gonna attach these bolts together. See, yeah, we're gonna attach these bolts together first, and what this is gonna let us do is edit these all in one go, so I don't have to keep converting them over, and then I'll just attach them to the tire when we're done. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the bottom of each of these bolts and we're gonna delete them, because I have this rule, and a lot of other modelers also have this rule, because a lot of games, they don't work very well when you have a lot of extra polygons. Your game kind of tends to want to bug out on you, and that's because like your CPU is trying to generate all of these polygons. It's trying, in your graphics card, it's trying to keep up with everything, and it ends up getting slowed down because it's trying to load so many things on one area. So in order to cut that down, what's the point of having faces if you can't see them? So, I mean, if you want a high poly 100% realistic model, yeah, go ahead. I mean, you're probably going to have a bad time doing it, but that's you. But for me, I like to have everything, if I can't see it, what's the point? Now, there are a couple items that I have a loophole for that, and it's hard to really explain why, but there are certain effects that I want to get, and in order to achieve those effects, you have to kind of, I don't know, you have to add certain faces that you might not be able to necessarily see, but I mean, for someone who's actually really looking like me, for instance, then that's one of those cases where I'm going to kind of do that. So we have our wheel finally made. We're going to go here, effect pivot only, and we're going to center it all the object. And I have no idea if you guys can hear this. My phone's going off, but if that's bothering you, I'm sorry. Not much else to really say about that. I want to make a note real quick about um, about my YouTube channel, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this already. I've been spacing out a lot, but I want to make an emphasis on comments. So I'm the kind of YouTuber that give me a second, guys. Sorry, this is supposed to be unedited, guys. So if my phone rings and somebody calls me, I have to take that. So if I have to bug out on the video for a while, that's probably why. Like now, it just happened. So just keep that in mind while we're recording. So don't freak out. I didn't die or anything, I guess. Of course, I'm not really sure anyone would care about that, but Um, so we're just gonna hide a bunch of these items here because they are unimportant right now. So here's our tire, and we're gonna line this up. Now, as I was saying, I'm the kind of YouTuber who likes to respond to people. You know, I I take pride in my videos. I'll admit that, and I like making them for you guys. And I like being involved in the community. That is a very important aspect to me, is being involved with you guys. I like seeing, like what's going on and how you all doing. So if you leave a comment on my video, I will get to it at one point. Um, so I'm not gonna ignore you unless you're, a hater or whatever. I don't know what to really call anyone anymore. But it's just like, I'm not going to ignore you unless there's certain circumstances which are left up to me to decide what those circumstances will be. So you don't have to worry about that. You'll probably find out soon enough if it is one of those circumstances. But as I was saying, though, I'm not going to ignore your comments, guys. So, if you leave a comment, expect a reply at some point. But with that in mind, let's try and be a little courteous here, because recently, I've been getting a lot of stuff about people asking for content. All right, and you know who you are. I've told you the deal, and if you're like a first offender or whatever, no big deal, okay? Like, I don't hold a grudge towards you. Alright? But, consider this, though. I can't hand out content to you guys. Alright? So if I have something that you want that, is not available, it's unavailable for a reason. So, the original author decided, hey, I don't want you guys having my content, so I'm going to respect their wishes. And a lot of that has come from me being a modeler myself now. And you know there's this whole respect thing going on. We want to be respectful of original creators' wishes. I mean, that's a huge reason into why a lot of people are leaving certain communities. I mean, the trains community especially, people are being gimme-pigged and annoyed, and then they just say, I don't care for it anymore. It's like, well, why waste my time on you guys? So, let's see here. Alright, let's see how that lines up there. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. But if you ask me for content and you do not have written permission from the original author, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to tell you no. And that is just a part of life. I think I'll do it fourth in. I think that'll be best. There, just be able to see that a little bit better. But yeah, it's not gonna happen, and I'm sorry if I've hurt feelings and made you butt hurt. But I don't want to disrespect other content creators' wishes right now. I'm trying to stay on people's good side. So, if you're a first offender and you don't understand some of the forum or content etiquette, that's all right. That's completely understandable, guys. I mean, I had I had a similar problem, when I first got into it. So right now I'm not holding a grudge, but I do want to kind of let you guys know that that's the deal and that's what's going up. So if you want something and it's unavailable for a reason. I mean, and don't get me wrong, if you ask for something and I know like where you can get it legally and okay, like I will let you guys know. All right? I'm a jerk, but I'm not that big of a jerk, all right? So I will let you know where you can get something if I know. But if I don't know and you're asking if I can send it, I'm going to tell you no. So I'm really sorry about that if I come off like a jerk or anything, but that's just how it is now. As for this one, though, I do want to point out that this will be open source. So you can take this thing and you can do whatever the heck you want to it, except on the trains community. And I have a couple of reasons for this. My main platform for modeling is Orin, or it's for Train Simulator. So I'm going to be a little more strict about that because my models, I like them to stay pretty unique there, and I don't want them going all over the place. So there's gonna be a EULA in place. So be sure that you guys are paying attention to that. Just because this is open source for other platforms, I don't want this open source for certain other platforms. So like for GTA 5, if somebody wants to use this and the parts on it and they want to put it in GTA 5 and do whatever they want, they can do it. It is not my main platform. I mean, this has been done already. It's just for fun right now. And then for Farming Simulator, it'll actually be open source for the FS911 series, and I don't know, how Feenix really wants to work with that, but once we come up with something, I'll be sure to let you guys know about that. But as for trains, there is a EULA that will be in place, so this model will be for download at the erecting hall when it's ready, but don't expect you to be able to do like whatever you want with it without my permission. Basically, is all I'm trying to say about this. So we got the wheels done, and now I gotta think about what else I need to do. I've done the fixing that I need to do to this. Okay, so let's just look around here. So this is kind of what I'm basing it off of a little bit. I know I need to do hand grab irons there, but I'll probably do those a lot later at some point. Alright, so I think now what we're going to do is move on to the cab. So I'm just kind of skipping around on this model. Real quick, we'll do a quick save here, and I'm going to check my recording here. So we're about 25 minutes in, so I'm going to put a part 2 up, so I'm not recording too much for you guys. So, this part has just been a lot of me rambling on, not doing much, and I apologize for that, but we will be getting into more on part 2, so be looking out for that.